Renewed tensions. Trump threatens Russia with sanctions. Former President Donald Trump is again talking about Russia. He is threatening new sanctions. These sanctions would target Russia's economy. Trump says he would impose them if he becomes president again. This has made the relationship between the US and Russia tense. Russia is watching Trump's words closely. Trump has accused Russia of wrongdoing. He points to their actions in Ukraine. He believes sanctions are the right response. This is not the first time Trump has considered such action. His previous use of sanctions against Russia sets a precedent. It remains to be seen how these threats will play out. A familiar tool, Trump's history of sanctions against Russia. Donald Trump has used sanctions against Russia before. During his first term as president, he imposed several rounds of sanctions. These sanctions were a response to Russia's actions. One example is Russia's interference in the 2016 US election. Trump also imposed sanctions after Russia annexed Crimea. This was a region of Ukraine. Trump used sanctions to punish Russia for its behavior. He believed they were an effective way to pressure Russia. Russia's response monitoring and counter strategies. Russia is closely watching what Trump is saying. They are paying attention to his threats of new sanctions. The Kremlin, Russia's government, is analyzing the situation. They want to understand what Trump might do if he becomes president again. Russia has its own strategies. They are prepared to respond if Trump imposes new sanctions. Russia could retaliate with its own sanctions. They could also target American businesses. Russia is determined to protect its interests. Trump's plea to Putin. Recently, Trump made a public statement. He used social media to address Vladimir Putin. Putin is the president of Russia. In his message, Trump urged Putin to end the war in Ukraine. He called for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Trump emphasized the human cost of the war. He highlighted the loss of life and suffering. This plea for peace comes amidst heightened tensions. It remains to be seen how Putin will respond. The world is watching closely.